Shalom, Yashala. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, double honors to the apostle, elders, bishops, great millstone, much salutations to the brothers teaching word, for the hopeful elect, soon to be the elect, most high will, to the hopeful extended elect, Shalom, blessings. Getting right into it, make this a quick video. The curses prove that we're the Israelites, that we're the people of the Bible. An example right here is shown through our women, tamed into the scripture Isaiah 3 and 6. There's no way it's talking about these Jewish people, the daughters of these small hats. There's no way it's talking about, any other nation. It says, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tingling with their feet. And I thought about Lisa Ray is a good example, and so many of our other women. But this is shoes, that she be wearing. She was a bad woman when she's still pretty as hell, but when she was 90, she was top notch. But and it reminds me, I'm gonna get a little later before I close out. It reminds me of weddings also. But yeah, tickling of the feet, because our women want attention, So they wear, if it's not that, it's high heels. Even to look taller, So going back, these Edomites don't have this kind of spirit, man. The other nations don't have this kind of spirit. Even though they dress up, the East Indian women, the Arab women, and they get that really from us, man. I mean, we the form of all things. So, they got their own style about it, and their own spirit about it. Really, we the top people. It says, therefore the Lord will smite the scab with a scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, as much as that is supposed to be her glory. And women, that because even when they shave their head or have it cut low or whatever, they still put on a wig on top of that because they know they supposed to have long hair, or that's the beauty of them. Part of the beauty of them is their long hair. Their glory is their hair. That's what it says in the scriptures. The woman's glory is her hair. So you could, with the perm, you could look that up with, and I even put in, down the line, in the scripture, they'll say, instead of well set hair, and I put that in Google. I didn't make no specific nation of people. I just put that in, and first thing that pops up is a Judite woman, But if you go to, which is right here, and I could type that in again, but all you had to do is put perms. Perms like damage the scalp of black women. Going bad. That's a curse. And it damages the scalp to where you can't even grow your hair no more. You're bald pretty much forever. And see, they want to do it. The perm is a short word for permanent. So they want to make their hair permanently straight, permanently. They want to get rid of the kinky hair, which is natural, curly hair, which is natural. you can see it damages the scalp. I mean, horrifically. Um, and it's according to diet and everything else. But you know, the women of our nation do so many things with their hair. Even men are starting to do that. That's why, you know, that's a feminine trait when you keep messing with your hair. You're not supposed to really mess, a man I'm talking about, supposed to really be into his hair like that, man. So all those dreads and the long hair, that's that's glorifying your hair, man. That's why the apostle elders keep telling these dudes this, man. Uh, let's go back to the scripture. It says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of daughters of Zion. Discover their secret parts, you know. So a lot of them, you know, their box is known to be no good. Box is known to, you know, smell like fish. Their box is known to be, you know, 1,000 miles over its limit. Well, you know, when they sleep with another man, they defiling their bodies. If their man is not, you know, like according to scriptures, if he's not passed away, then you have a mourning stage, and then you have to where, you know, you get the congregation support. It's a process to that, man. It says, in the day the Lord would take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, like I just showed you with Lisa Ray. And this is it's gonna mention this too. This is what they wear at weddings a lot of times, the leg ornament. And it's usually with lace, and you know, nobody's supposed to see a woman's legs and all that during the wedding, but this is popular among the black weddings. Let me see. As you see, you know, the very first picture. The man. It's called a garter removal. I don't know if you can. Yeah. See, that's a leg ornament. That. So it you know, reminds you of weddings, and you know, I'll get to a few Nigerian pictures to where they have traditional weddings with the dresses and all that, and the makeup and bonnets, which is going to mention in the scriptures. Nobody is lively like us, and this Bible doesn't resonate with anybody's spirit on the level it does with us. It says in a day, Most High take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their cows and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers. See, and you could kind of imagine how the weddings, they still do that today. About how not only the weddings, the gatherings of festivals and any kind of celebration, assembly of any kind of celebration, they were doing to. Here's a picture right here. You know, and necklaces. Edomites don't wear necklaces. They don't wear chains. Go put in an Edomite wedding or Edomite gathering. They have none of this. There go the bracelets right there. There go the chains. There go the bonnet. It's going to Gary mention the bonnet. And our women are known to wear bonnets today. The headbands, it's going to mention, here's a woman with a headband. Right here, the earrings, the necklaces. And these are our people. Even though they're in Africa, it's West Africa. Those are our people. But we're not Hamites. We're not Africans. We're Israelites. Going back to that scripture, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets, they go to bonnets right there. That's what you see right here, man. All of them, mostly of them have bonnets on. You know. Bonnets. Edomites don't wear that. You might have a trailer park Edomite and she just bummed out and she puts on a bonnet. Like I hate those bonnets. Now, if they wear it like this way, like the bonnets they wear today, and how they wear them, but this is cool. It's a covering. Of course, it's not in the shape of the bonnets that they wear today. But that's what a bonnet is. I typed in bonnet and that those pictures popped up of that right here. Yeah. They got all kind of bonnets, turban bonnets, caps, what have you. So it's talking about our people, man. Don't let our people be trying to be like, let Edom in, and that's not what it is. We're not but they fit the curses, man. The hell? It says the rings and the nose jewels, man. Going back. Now you might have pop up. You might have an East Indian, whatever. Edomites are not known for nose jewels. They're not known for this, man. Quit fronting, man. Tupac was known to have a nose jewel. Then they got that bull nose ring like this. See, if you let our people go without no correction and guidance, they're gonna just go to the limit. Like they are with the tattoos. Now it's like all kind of piercings on their face and their forehead and nose and the lips. Even piercing their secret parts, man. Now you have a wife and then she said, she wants her secret part, pierced. Then the one she go to, well, is it somebody that does it, the piercing, they're gonna be looking at your woman's private part, man. And it's a lot of times it's a man. Well, hey, he's a professional. He doesn't. He's not in. He got his own wife and all that. But I don't want no man looking at my woman's vagina, man. I don't want no woman looking at my woman's vagina. So, it's been popular among black women, the nose jewel, the necklaces, the earrings. Hey, you should go even in the 70s. You look at this. Go in the 70s and they was all fashioned out with that. And if she get in a fight, she's all tore up, man. But anyway, let me get nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel. That's what they do. The mantles, the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veil, that's all our women. And it come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. Yeah. The lower parts, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, like I showed you in that picture, and instead of a stomach or a girdle of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. And the perfect pictures for that is ratchet women. You don't even have to put black in there. You could just put ratchet women. Our women pop up. Ratchet women. That's where the Gorilla. Those are the popular women today. Glorilla, Sexy Red, Saweetie, Suki Hana. Look at this. Remy Ma and Connie Diamond. Like, look at this. Look at this BS. No man in his right mind would want a woman like this. And they got stomachs and you know, instead of, you know, back then in the 60s, you wouldn't find a fat woman. You wouldn't, they were all, and I'm going to show you, that lets you know it got worse. You know, what is this, man? Like, that's how it is. It gets worse and worse every generation, man. I'm getting close out, but I'm going to show you a few women from the 60s. I mean, pictures from black women in the 60s. So, you know, really, it got worse being in this America. Just like, and then, you know, you had the Black Panther Party, you had the Afro, you know, encouragement of wearing your natural hair, the Afros, and they did in the acting industry, and when they started joining Hollywood and making singing careers out of their lives. Now, see, these women they got bodies, they're pretty, natural hair. Then Hollywood started saying, no, you can't look like that. You can't come with the Afro. You gotta get their hair more relaxed. Your features are not fitting Hollywood. So, you know, they started getting surgery. They started getting perms. They started, you know, going blonde, wearing blonde wig, like Mary J. Blige, man. She been wearing blonde hair for 20, 30, 40 years or something like that. I don't know when she started, but she started real young because she was in the industry real young, and that's what they wanted. So, you know, as you see, there's no fat women in these pictures. Well, here's a good one. You can go all down the list. There's no fat women. What happened now? You got all kind of obesity is a major issue among our women in America. All these women. If you saw these women today, at least 3 of them or 4 of them gonna be fat, or at least 3 of them will be fat, and the rest, you know, some of them, a couple of other ones might have a little chubby, but they're not. There's no way you're gonna find 5 women walking together and they're all, you know, nice looking and with decent body weight. No way you're gonna find that. If you do, take a picture and send it to me. Post a video. And really, and then when the even Hollywood got ratchet, which they started, you know, including, well, even our people, including fat women and like Lizzo and, you know, Melody. MC Melody, she was an old school rapper. I mean, they started to include them, you know. Thelma from Good Times, she was pretty as hell. It was natural. Her body was right. All natural. You got the froze right here. You know. You got sisterhood type of thing, but, you know, that all faded. Most High broke all that up because they were still smoking weed, smoking and drinking, and they were still sinning back then. They were still like carefree, more about liberation, more about voting and all that. Even though they had such thing as a standard with the Black Panther Party. You know, that was dismantled and that was set up by the government. You can't do that. You can't mix your belief. You can't mix your standards with your enemy. or share some of this and share some of that, and then take some of this and take some of that. Anyway, yeah. So it's all bad now, you know. The fat women that back then, like Hattie McDaniel and Mahalia Jackson, and they were a lot of them were gospel singers. A lot of them that acted in movie roles, they were maids. And then you had the pretty women, sitting with the so-called slave master. Apostle Hart mentioned it, fancy girls. I have to remake that video. I don't think I have posted it, but it's such thing as fancy girls with the Edomites loving light-skinned women, pretty light-skinned women, and having the other ones as maids or out in the field, which is considered ugly or less attractive, like a what do you call it, like a Whoopi Goldberg. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, those curses fit us, man, and you can go through them over and over again. And all the curses, including applying to the men too. All the curses, us coming over here in slave ships, us being beaten down, children taken away from us, all that's the curses, man. Even into this very day, even our women under the curses this very day. They don't like to admit it, but go back to those curses and you'll see it in them. Anyway, shalom.